Hi, I'm Reveena and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make kale chips. These are becoming more and more popular and I totally understand why, because they are delicious. It's basically bite-sized pieces of kale, tossed in some spices, a little bit of olive oil, and baked in the oven until they're nice and crispy. You're going to love these and they are the perfect snack to tide you over from lunch to dinner. So I've already started. I have one large head of kale and you want to take each piece and tear the leafy green part off the stalk in the middle in order to end up with bite-sized pieces, because the stalks don't cook well and you don't want to use them in this. So I finished tearing my kale into bite-sized pieces, and to that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of turmeric, and I have 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, ground cumin, and 3/4 teaspoon of chili powder. And you might ask why we're not adding salt now, and that's because salt will draw out the moisture in the kale, which we don't want when it bakes, because we're after extremely crispy chips. We're going to add a little bit of salt at the end when they're done baking. So I've added my spices, and now you want to get in there with your hands, get nice and messy. Your hands are going to be yellow for a day because of the turmeric. You can put on gloves if you'd rather, but I think that these chips are worth it. So you want to just give everything a really good mix, and you want to do this for around 2 minutes, and you'll see the kale will sort of wilt down and take in those beautiful flavors. We're going to put half of it on a baking sheet, which I've lined with a silicone baking sheet, but you can also use parchment or aluminum or something to make sure that your kale doesn't stick. And you only want to put half of it on one baking sheet, if not it won't get really nice and crispy. So we're going to put this into our oven, which is preheated at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is going to cook for 20 to 25 minutes. And after 10 minutes, you want to check it and give it a stir to make sure that it's going to get crispy on every side. And this is going to be amazing. So my kale chips did end up taking exactly 20 minutes. And I've already been snacking on them without salt because they are delicious. But a little sprinkling of salt never hurt the flavor of anything. So we're just going to go with a really light sprinkling. And these are great because you barely need any salt for them to be absolutely wonderful. The other spices really do their job. Can you hear that crunch? The other spices just really do their job at making kale delicious. Like, I'm not going to lie, this is delicious. Kale is not just a superfood, it's super for your taste buds as well. Okay, enough talking. They're awesome. Seriously, they're so crunchy, as you heard. And I know that you're going to give them a shot because they're a great snack in January, you know, when you're trying to get really fit, as well as any other time of the year. I look forward to hearing what you have to say about them in the comments down below. I will see you next Thursday. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and share it with all your friends. Thank you for watching. Happy New Year! Bye. Around 5 minutes, and we have a pretty smooth puree, but I like to add a little bit of warm water, just lid, because the popcorn kernels will go flying everywhere.